Here are my top tips for the perfect sponge. You want to start by lining your tins. Grab yourself some parchment paper, baking paper, whatever you call it. You then want to wrap it around the tin so you can get the right size you're going to need, and then cut this down. Let it roll back up again. Then you want to cut this in half, and then cut them in half again. My tins are all 3 to 4 inches high, and these fit perfectly with just a little lip at the top. You then want to get some baking spread. I use baking spread, and just spread this around all of your tins, lining them bottom and sides. Now this is where I have a little cheat. So I buy these pre-cut circles made from parchment paper. These are just a really good time saver, so buy them rather than making them yourself. Making sure they're flat to the bottom of the tins. And grab your parchment paper for the sides and literally just wrap it around, and it will stick because of the baking spread. And if they're a little bit too long, don't worry, just move the first bit you put there and it'll stick to the sides. Then want to grab all of your ingredients and weigh them out for each size cake. I like to do this so I know I'm not doing it on the spot, because I will forget something. And this way I can double check I've got it all right. Always break your eggs into a jug so you don't get shell in it, and you can always check the bottom because they will sink to the bottom. And then get your oven switched on. I always bake around 160, low and slow is the way to go. And then the first things you want to add to your mixing bowl are the sugar and the baking spread. I add my flavourings here as well. There goes some vanilla. You want to put this on a medium speed just to get it going, and then slowly turn it up to a high speed, scraping the bowl down every now and again just to make sure it's not all sticking to the sides. You want to get this really nice and light and fluffy. I think I had mine mixing for about 5 minutes before it became all really nice and light. It just helps get air in there and makes a better sponge. I then add in my eggs one at a time. You don't want to add those too quickly. Scraping the bowl down again, let it mix. Don't worry if it looks curdled, don't panic, that's absolutely fine at this stage. And then I add in all of my flour and I put this on the lowest setting. Just let it combine nice and slowly, and then slowly speed up, get it up to the fullest speed for no more than 5 seconds before bringing it back down again to the lowest setting. Just making sure it is just combined. You really don't want to overwork your batter. The reason why you don't want to over mix it is because the more you mix that flour, the more it becomes glutenized, and it will leave streaky patches in your batter because it's been overworked. So you just want to mix it until the flour is incorporated with the rest of the ingredients, and then separate it into your cake tins. I'm doing a raspberry ripple here, so I'm going to add some of my raspberry sauce into the centre before rippling it, and then we'll pop them in the oven. These 9-inch tins go on for about an hour at 160 degrees. Don't really want to overfill your oven because you want to let the air circulate around them. So depending on the size of the tins, for smaller ones I can fit in all 4 layers, but the larger ones like this, I'll bake them 2 at a time. So here you can see I've done a 5-inch and 7-inch, and they've come out lovely and fluffy. I can tell they're ready because they're no longer jiggling in the middle, and the skewer comes out clean. If the centre of the cake still looks like it's sunken in the middle, then you don't want to put a skewer in. Just close the door very, very slowly without letting it bang, and just let them bake for a few more minutes until that middle has risen, and you'll end up with a gorgeous, lovely sponge.